News. It is 4:30. I'm Margo Farrell.
And I'm Keith Mcgilvery. We continue to follow this breaking news from overnight out of Colorado, learning at least 10 people killed following a shooting inside a grocery store. One of those victims, we're learning this morning, a police officer. We do know a suspect is in custody. Overnight, we have also learned that the FBI has now been called in to help with this investigation. Clearly new information coming in by the hour here as we learn more throughout the morning. We will bring that to you. But again, 10 people killed, learning overnight that grocery store shooting in Boulder, Colorado.
Ugh, terrible situation there. We will get you the details in just a bit. But first, let's say good morning to Dan Amoranti. We like him this week because the weather seems just A-OK, at least especially during the middle.
New developments this morning. The U.S. Supreme Court will review the death penalty case of the Boston Marathon bomber, Dzhokhar Tsarnaev, convicted in the 2013 bombing that killed 3 people and injured hundreds of others. He was sentenced to death. But last July, a federal appeals court vacated the death sentence and ordered a new penalty phase trial. The government asked the Supreme Court to review the case. Justices will likely hear that case later this year. And George Floyd's murder trial inching closer to getting a jury. Jury selection entered its 3rd week. The judge has asked for 15 jurors. So far, learning 14 have been seated. Defense attorneys raised the concerns that a $27 million settlement for George Floyd's family could taint the jury pool. The judge ended up dismissing 2 jurors who say they couldn't remain impartial because of that record payout.
I don't think there's any place in the state of Minnesota that has not been subjected to extreme amounts of publicity on this case.
And things moving along here. What's up next? We're learning opening statements in the trial expected to begin next Monday, March 29th.
Of 2022.
The Connecticut Agriculture Department launching a new initiative designed to encourage people to buy Connecticut-grown food. The agriculture business in Connecticut, a billion-dollar business sector here, employing more than 20,000 workers all across the state. Governor Lamont saying Monday the sheer size of the business is the reason many should consider investing. All right, a lot more to get to as the Fox 61 Morning News continues. Want to get your hands on some Krispy Kremes? The unique thing the company is up to try to get folks to get vaccinated. We'll take a look.
Fox 61 Morning News at 5 o'clock. I'm Margo Farrell.
And I'm Keith Mcgilvery. Good to have you with us. We, of course, continuing to follow this breaking news overnight out of Colorado. At least 10 people dead. A gunman opening fire, Margo, inside a grocery store, learning that one of those individuals, a 51-year-old police officer, the FBI now involved.
Yeah, and we could hear the emotion there in that police officer's voice. Tragedy strikes at a supermarket in Boulder, Colorado. Yeah,
we have learned a lot of new information overnight. Authorities giving an update. Only able to confirm right now there have been multiple fatalities. Authorities also confirming that a police officer among the dead, but they are remaining tight-lipped, calling this an ongoing investigation. We do want to turn to this story, and it is going to be graphic. Parts of you for some of you at home. John Lawrence has our update this morning from Boulder. And welcome back, everyone. We are following breaking news out of New York. A massive fire ripping through a senior home facility in Spring Valley, just outside New York City. We do have some video we want to share with you now, a live look at the flames as they are coming through really this entire structure here, Margo.
Yeah.
Our newsroom will continue to follow all of this as we just took another vantage point there. It is some significant damage, a lot of flames. Dan Amoranti, we talk a lot about the different conditions that firefighters have to work through. Fortunately, I think it's pretty clear out there this morning.
Yeah, and
thank you, Maggie. 5:35, we want to update you on some breaking news we brought you yesterday morning out of South Windsor, where a man got stuck into a massive piece of machinery here. This all unfolding in our 5 o'clock hour. We told you those injuries, now learning, considered to be life-threatening. Authorities called just before 3:30 yesterday morning to Carla's Pasta on Talbot Lane. It is not certain how that employee got stuck inside the machine. Firefighters called in to help free his arm, which took 2.5 hours. Mechanics employed by Carla's Pasta also worked hard to set that man free. We watched that unfold here in the morning show, and we are wishing that gentleman a speedy recovery here. Meanwhile, we are following breaking news this morning. A massive fire, want to get you right to some pictures here, ripping through a assisted living facility in Spring Valley. This all located just outside New York City. And these here, Margot Farrell, live pictures of the scene, and we can see some significant fire, flames, and smoke.
Yeah, we can. Keith?
For countless members of the Asian community, the pain still fresh after a series of deadly attacks at massage parlors in Georgia. And while across the country, people are joining together to send a message that hate will not be tolerated. Fox News correspondent Ashley Strohmeyer has more on the pleas for peace.
We must stand together as a human race.